Money in the Bank. Rung by rung.
Sin by sin.
History will be made tonight.
Like it does literally every single night. Doesn't really get that excited these days to hear the words history will be made tonight. Turn up the mic, we can't hear the ring announcer. I've been saying this phrase for years, but haven't said it in a long time. This make you all nostalgic? Drink the Mountain Dew! You got the whole... We could do just fine with the Wyatt family's entrance without that annoying kid constantly singing he's got the whole world in his hands. Or just have Luke Harper and Eric Rowan teleported to the ring. Ooh, pretty camera. Previously on WWE.
Editors, if that can... Oh, that...
Probably shouldn't have paused to shout Uso for the crowd. Then maybe Luke wouldn't have recovered in time to hit his dropkick. Impressive how he does it, though. For a second, Luke was about to tag out, then realized he was in the wrong corner. Whoops.
They're actually a really good team.
The worse the success really good teams usually get. Oh, wait, that's right. Eventually, these two got born over time.
Be involved in the conversation. Use the hashtag MITB.
And if you don't care about how to talk on social media during this pay-per-view, use the hashtag IDGAF, trending worldwide. Eric clearly gets kicked in the stomach, yet throws himself back as though he got kicked in the face. Wrong movement, dumbass.
Jay knocking Rowan through the second rope.
What kind of fall was that? Eric didn't even trip at all. Good lord, that was bad.
Is this enough to...
Jey Uso puts his foot on the rope and the referee ignores it. How very typical of the referees, sucking at their job. Yay. Eric's stupidly wasting time yelling at the crowd instead of immediately going for the pin. Dumbest strategy ever. It's as if he wants his team to lose this tag team title match. Jay was already starting to fall before Luke could even connect the big boot.
Ride this wave of momentum.
Apparently hitting the ring post causes you to start randomly flapping your tongue for no apparent reason.
Shades of...
Jimmy Uso is addicted to the turnbuckle. Eric should be thankful for the turnbuckle sacrificing itself to save his face from being smashed in.
Rikishi never did that.
Somewhere in TNA, Jeff Hardy suddenly got a bad feeling during one of his matches. Eric, could you not try to expose Jay's butt like that to the camera? Disgusting. Not what I was hoping to see.
Watch out. And out. Oh, he got him.
Luke must be a huge fan of Dave Batista to believe that connected the Batista bomb would actually win the match. How many more times are these guys gonna roar? Probably more times than any tag team title they've ever won.
Do it from there and on.
Jay's addicted to Eric's Rowans.
Made in the Usos.
Jimmy's weird little squirm dance or whatever after the victory. Don't know what to call that, honestly, but that was pretty weird.
Kiss face.
Well, you can smash Seth Rollins' face in with a ladder and then climb it to get the briefcase. Dean Ambrose doesn't have to choose one or the other. Even after Brodus Clay had deserted both WWE and Cameron and Naomi, they are still resorting to performing as the Funkadactyls. Without Brodus, this is not needed anymore. Does anybody even know nor remember what the hell WWE main event is? Or was?
Is brought to you by...
Skip!
Whoa.
Wow, one single takedown and these two are going to start a staring contest. Going back in time to see what the Divas division was like back then is really embarrassing. Especially since this title match was easily forgotten within the next 20 minutes.
The camera didn't look too happy about Naomi's opportunity.
Well then, obvious dissension is obvious. Does anybody even remember who turned on who when it came to Cameron and Naomi splitting? Because I honestly forgot they split in the first place. Never mind, figured it out, but still completely forgot why. Jealousy or something? Naomi does want to win the Divas Championship, right? If the answer is yes, then what the hell is she doing inside the ring allowing Paige to get counted out?
To win the Divas Championship overtime.
That was clearly a kick out at 1, and the referee insists that it was a 2 count.
Naomi.
The referee completely ignores the fact that Naomi's leg is underneath the bottom rope throughout this entire pinfall. Second sin in a row aimed at the referees. Keep this up and I may have to create everything wrong with WWE referees for a future episode.
It is Paige. Here's a roll-up.
90% of this match is roll-ups, and I'm not even kidding. No flashy moves, no cool action, just trying to see if we can break the record for most roll-ups ever connected in a single match. By this point, I'm not sure if Cameron is jealous or completely bored with this match as I am. If it's the latter, then I think I understand her attitude tonight.
Paige retains the championship.
Cameron makes it plainly obvious that she completely hates Naomi and isn't even trying to hide it at all. But I really don't care as this feud goes completely nowhere, and so does Cameron. Skip the damn pre-show panel and drink your Mountain Dew, you fools.
That's the sound of upper...
We interrupt Money in the Bank to bring you the stats of the Royal Rumble. At least I get interested when the Rumble does it.
When the first Money in the Bank took place, WWE didn't have a single video on YouTube.
That may be because YouTube didn't even start posting videos themselves until 20 days after the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match.
You couldn't retweet any of these facts.
How is I can't wait for Money in the Bank a freaking fact? That's just somebody letting out their excitement, not stating facts. This video package completely sucks, and I'm glad they never revisited this again. Here's 5 sins because the entire existence of Damien Sandow constantly dressing up in random outfits is dumb as hell. Also, impromptu matches are always a sin. Also, we just went through a near 4-minute build-up to the Money in the Bank ladder match, and that's not even coming up next. No one asked for this.
There's that stupid fun.
JBL just said what I was about to say. Also, freaking Adam Rose.
Upside down.
This segment is still going on. What the hell are we even doing at this pay-per-view event? I want excitement, not discount Willy Wonka goggles.
Fear versus Adam Rose.
Jeez, I feel bad for Damien, having to resort to getting spanked by Adam and then get utterly destroyed in this match.
Why don't you say that on the air?
Even the commentators don't know what to talk about in this match, and you know what? I don't care anymore.
There he is. There's the buddy. Doc?
Of course, wouldn't be a match with the Rosebuds at ringside without somebody making a Bugs Bunny reference at least once.
And Paul Revere. Paul Revere got it. No!
Fun fact, Damien Sandow couldn't beat Adam Rose in an impromptu pay-per-view match with that move, yet Jinder Mahal easily beat Randy Orton to win the WWE Championship with the same move 3 years later. That's sad.
No!
Impromptu match gains a sin for every minute of its existence as it was nothing but a waste of time. 5 sins. Zeb Coulter isn't even competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Why is he getting screen time in the build-up whereas Jack Swagger is not? Okay, we're zooming in on the briefcase a little too much here. Think we could back up a little bit, please? This is like the 30th time I've mentioned this or something. Bringing in small ladders obviously not capable of reaching the prize is the stupidest decision ever.
Weighing 117 pounds.
Holy shit! Seth Rollins weighs only 117 pounds? How much weight did he drop ever since ditching the Shield last month?
Rollins and the brawl has started here at ringside.
Yep, the bra has started here at ringside. Just missing the panties.
Personal vendetta.
You mean to tell me that the other wrestlers simply stood around like complete idiots watching Dean and Seth brawl upon the match beginning? None of them did anything to get a ladder before Kofi Kingston reminded them with the Trouble in Paradise?
John, is there any strategy in this match?
After nearly 10 years of Money in the Bank ladder matches, how the hell does Michael Cole not know of what the gosh darn strategy is in this type of match? The ladder, thankfully, is tall enough to reach the prize. Kofi's problem is that he positioned it too far away from the prize. Damn it!
Sends Kofi Kingston off the top.
Not gonna lie, that was wonderfully done.
He's looking to climb the ladder.
How about instead of throwing each other off the ladder just so you can climb it yourself, try climbing it at the same time and see who can get the briefcase first. Much better strategy if you ask me.
What's he going to use the ladder for?
He's going to use the ladder to eat dinner on a rock while lip-syncing Bohemian Rhapsody. What the freaking hell do you think he's going to use the ladder for? There's literally the other side of the ladder, free for climbing, yet Dolph Ziggler, Rob Van Dam, and Kofi Kingston insist on climbing the already used side.
Remember all these superstars chosen to be in this match?
Because qualifying matches are stupid for whatever reason, even though they reveal who is very determined to compete in this type of match.
Where you've been in ladder matches, so dangerous.
I know, right? You never know when Michael Cole's gonna interfere just because he has a massive erection for The Miz. Oh, wait, wrong year.
Oh, no, he's not.
Michael Cole acts like he's never seen RVD connect the 5-star frog splash. You know, his signature move!
What's gonna give here? Oh, yeah.
That ladder should be sued for sexual assault.
Kofi Kingston taken out of the equation.
RVD spends more time posing and chanting Rob Van Dam than he does actually trying to win this match or even connect a move. I think I just figured out why his 2013 to 2014 run didn't go so well.
Oh, my God!
If only Seth also got caught into a superplex while RVD got powerbombed by Jack, then I would have removed a sin or two. Missed opportunity right there. Dean successfully connected the superplex, then proceeded to pose in his most seductive way possible. Best mermaid impression or something? Ceiling cam.
Brittany catches Ambrose and plants him.
Actually, Dean is the one who planted Jack. It wasn't the other way around, Michael. Pay more attention. Dean forced to leave, only to return less than 5 minutes later.
Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man reference? Really? Don't get me wrong, the Spinners are a great band, but that felt kind of cringe to reference that song in this case.
Trouble in Paradise.
Gotta suck for Dolph, knowing he got the worst of that zigzag on the ladder, since he landed on its sharp corners.
Ambrose is back.
Chair spanking. Stupid Kane basically handing this victory over to Seth Rollins. Sure, Seth's cash was one of the coolest of all time, but his Money in the Bank victory was one of the most irritating. I would have honestly removed sins if Kane actually tipped the ladder over instead of helping Seth win the match. Another missed opportunity.
Big Kane came down to win the briefcase.
Even if Kane arrived to win the briefcase for himself, it wouldn't have worked considering he wasn't a legal participant in this match.
What about Roman Reigns?
Randy Orton somehow hasn't given Byron Saxton an RKO for that random question. Another freaking impromptu match? What has happened to WWE in 2014 with all these impromptu matches? Also, the entire existence of Ryback Soul. Wait a minute, hold up, stop right there. You're telling me this upcoming match is literally a rematch from 2 weeks ago on Raw? Why do we have the need to add this to the Money in the Bank event when it has no implications for the future? I don't blame you, Ryback. I wouldn't be able to even show my face if I was thrown in a dumb team and put in a dumb impromptu match.
Stardust actually tweets now.
Well, he still has the same Twitter account, so duh. And also, why does that even matter to this match that doesn't even matter to this pay-per-view? And now I'm rambling.
It's like a slow-motion car wreck.
This may sound dark, but a slow-motion car wreck sounds far more entertaining than what we are watching right now.
Ryback, put him down! I gotta agree with...
Stop posing all the time!
Ryback still feels like they have something to prove tonight.
And that something they have to prove is whether or not they're even worthy of getting a push anymore.
We're celebrating today because this Team Columbia won.
Who cares? Not about the team winning. I'm just saying, why does that even matter to the present situation?
That would be dust to dust.
Wah, wah.
And by the way, Cole, you got a phony laugh.
Sarcasm. Sounds to me like JBL is just as disinterested with this match as I am. What are we even doing?
That was funny. What is Stardust doing?
Why, you never seen anybody run around in hopes of entertaining themselves while bored out of their minds?
SmackDown.
Wrestler is accidentally knocked into his own partner, which ultimately cost him the victory cliche. I'm honestly too bored to say much of anything else at the moment. Do I have any reason to give a crap about this love triangle between Fandango, Layla, and Summer Rae? Probably not, but I gotta monitor even the things I don't care for.
Summer Rae, kiss.
Who the fuck is making those kissing noises? Whoever just did that made this even worse.
Let's talk about this love triangle.
No, skip!
He needs someone that's abreast.
Aw, that was the perfect opportunity for Layla to make a callback to the good old days of Laycool by saying flawless.
Rusev's opponent,
Rusev? Is that Lana's secret nickname for Rusev and she accidentally let it out on the microphone or something?
Bray.
What chance?
Stand up.
Is Big E trying to sing during this promo or something? That's what it sounds like from my perspective.
Russia's version of Hillary Clinton.
We're in the middle of another match and all the commentators can talk about this time is, for whatever stupid reason, Hillary Clinton. And we thought the commentary these days was dumb. Monologuing is a villain's greatest weakness, Rusev. Lana, can you translate that in Russian, please? Big E was already moving out of the way before Rusev could even leap off the ground. I assume Rusev leaped just for the joy of believing he could fly.
Rusev seems like he's hurt.
No shit, really?
It's nothing good for his opponent.
And that's what you get for yelling to the audience and alerting your opponent about your oncoming attack.
Now Big E right to the midsection of Big E.
Big E right into the midsection of Big E. From what I saw, Big E didn't connect a random move on himself.
Himself together now.
What the fuck is your problem?
Valiant.
Even after winning the match, Rusev continues to cinch in the accolade on a most likely unconscious Big E. Let go already.
Learned a lot about Rusev.
Russian flags non-pyro, although it was freaking hilarious to see the audience nearly shit their pants when that happened. Go away! Previously on Money in the Bank, and holy shit, there are so many flashbacks on a pay-per-view that's somehow less than 3 hours long. On the good old days when pay-per-views were 3 hours, not freaking 7.
I'm sorry, do you hear something like a gnat?
Brie Bella is somehow not murdering Stephanie McMahon. You don't have a job anymore. You got nothing to lose. Beat the bitch.
Authorized personnel are allowed backstage.
Then explain why families of the wrestlers are allowed backstage if authorized personnel are allowed.
The universe that are about to be fandangoing.
About to be fandangoing? They're already fandangoing, Jerry. About 15 seconds of it so far. Layla entered into Fandango's music instead of her own. This match is only 3 minutes long, and a good portion of it is either Layla or Summer Rae attempting to seduce Fandango.
It would have been Sunshine that would have kissed Bob.
I agree with members of the audience trying to start a boring chant. If I were there, I would have done the same thing, or maybe gone up to concessions to grab another beer.
Down and out here, and Layla!
For every minute of this match's existence, here's an additional sin as it was nothing but a waste of time. 3 additional sins added.
3.
Oh, now Layla's using her own theme?
One of these 7 men.
There are clearly 8 wrestlers competing for the WWE Championship tonight, not 7. Or was that a reference to John Cena's "You Can't See Me" catchphrase? Either way, it's a sin.
I'm undefeated in Money in the Bank.
Alberto Del Rio doesn't realize that this isn't even a Money in the Bank ladder match tonight. This is the second time tonight we're seeing the entrance of the Authority. Plus, their presence isn't needed for this match, too. Haha, Sheamus at the camera.
Ladder match.
Bray Wyatt is a dick to Sheamus' entrance. It was cool and eerie when Bray stated, "We're here," with the rest of the Wyatt family lurking in the shadows. Now that he's alone, it's not as cool or eerie. Cesaro's bathrobe, or whatever that thing is. Oh, and also, let's not forget about Paul Heyman as well.
John Cena defeated Kane to qualify for this match.
And And yet, despite losing a qualifying match, Kane is still in this match anyway, and Randy Orton is also in this match simply because Hunter made it so. By this point in his career, Roman Reigns still made his way to the ring by going through the crowd, so why is the camera focusing on the entranceway when he's not even there?
I'm trying to read the looks on their faces.
Probably difficult to read the looks on Hunter and Stephanie's faces because they're facing away from Jerry Lawler.
The biggest ladder match in WWE history.
This match doesn't feel like the biggest ladder match in WWE history, honestly.
Kane gonna head to the first ladder of this.
Why would Kane place the ladder in an obvious kick me down to the ground position instead of trying to get it into the ring? Plus, he stood there for like 5 seconds waiting for someone to kick him. First ladder introduced is too small to reach the prize cliche. Darn, the first ladder match didn't do that tonight. So close.
Throw him out of the match. He sent him back to get examined.
Michael Cole trying to take my job.
Kane won this match in 2010.
Won this match in 2010? JBL, how many times do we have to remind you that this is not the Money in the Bank ladder match? It's a ladder match for the vacated WWE Championship.
Symbolically helped Randy Orton.
Kane threw away a ladder capable of reaching the titles in favor of a ladder that's 2 times smaller. What an idiot. I'm removing this in because this scene of Bray Wyatt walking upside down freaked me out, mainly because everyone is focusing on Sheamus and Cesaro fighting on top of the ladders, not realizing that Bray's creepily walking below. Pure horror right there. Also removing another sin because Paul Heyman's reaction to this is absolutely priceless. Loved it. Jesus, how strong are those title belts? The entire way to both Cesaro and Sheamus are pulling against the titles and they somehow haven't unstrapped themselves. Also, what would have happened if both men unhooked a separate championship? Would that mean we can finally split them from being unified? That would have been great. And here's another cliche. The ladder is bridged between the ring apron and an announce table cliche. Happens in almost every ladder match and it gets boring after seeing this almost all the freaking time.
I'll tell you, a few minutes ago I didn't think Orton was going to be able to...
Haha, the ladder bridge collapsed. Ladder bridge is falling down. Random temper tantrums.
Brogue kick! Right to...
John Cena blocked his face with his hands before Sheamus could even connect the brogue kick. Plus, he was already starting to fall too. 2 sins for the price of 1. Copy site infringement. I only said that because Sheamus did the "you can't see me" tone and it was the only one that made sense in this case. The creativity of this position made the match more intense in my opinion. I'll give them that. That was cool. Spear underneath the ladder is probably what gave Roman Reigns bad luck and caused him to lose this match. Roman Reigns committed Mountain Dew murder. You monster!
Facing off.
5 points to the sin counter.
Now it's Randy Orton.
Perfect timing, perfect cooperation, perfect landing, perfect RKO for sure. Not the best, but definitely one of the coolest. Randy, pull your trunks up. Seriously, this is the second time I've had to censor nudity in this Sins video. Everyone sells the damage they took in this match, whereas John pretends like he's 100% and tra-la-la's up the ladder like it's nothing. No selling is always a sin.